Game number 24 on the season. Here we go, starting off with Snow Bear. Batting first over in center field, Grounder. Scooped up by Night Shifter, and it's going to be a quick 6-3 for the first putout of the game. So we give you the starting lineup here for the Adirondack Mechanic 5. Snow Bear will be batting first. Yarn Dragon Tracy coming up to bat right now. All Dog batting third. Silly Person will be batting fourth. Panzer Dave batting fifth. Tramp Royal 6th. Captain batting 7th. Shock Ninja will be batting 8th. And Kiki is on the mound today for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s. We'll go ahead and go through the defensive lineup coming up here in just a moment. Yarn Dragon Tracy in game 1, splendid offering. But we'll ground over here to second, picked up by Z-Man, 2 away. All Dog looks outside of ball 1. Defensively for the Spiral Cape Bunnies, Iceman is on the mound. Angel of Sin catching. Sigil is at third. Z-Man's at second base. Night Shifter over at shortstop. Mr. Cab at third. Moon Risen Phoenix is over at left field. Small Fires at center field. BBQ, you are in right field.
That's a good place for me, I think. We got a ground ball hit here to short.
And just in time!
That was whisker close. A ground ball to deep short. Aldog. Once again, this is the Aldog in the first game of our triple header. Had a similar infield single. Ground ball hit to deep short. And again, you don't often see catchers leg out infield singles like that. But Aldog showing off the wheels.
So here's Silly Person hitting it to center field. Small Fires calling it out. Side retired, so All Dog gets the first hit of the game, but doesn't do anything with it. 1 left on base. No score heading to the bottom of the first here on the bun. We can tell you that today's game is brought to you by Salty Beverage as we get things going for the bottom of the first inning. We're going to start off with Night Shifter batting first, Moon Risen Phoenix batting second, BBQ batting third, Smile Fires fourth, Sigil fifth, Mr. Cab batting sixth, Z-Man batting seventh, Angel of Sin will be eighth, and Iceman batting ninth. Consistent hitting, back-to-back hits, something that the Spiral K Bunnies had an issue until late.
Yeah, those bats woke up in the 9th inning, particularly the bats in the middle of the lineup. To that point, it was the top of the order lineup doing all the damage. So we'll see if that is a harbinger of things to come for the Bunnies.
Night Shifter pops us up, but it had enough air for Shock to get underneath it for the first out. Here's Moon Risen Phoenix inside ball. This hit pretty well, but right at Snow Bear for the second out. And here's BBQ. BBQ, you grounding it foul. Grounder picked up by Tramp Royal, fires to first, and it's a 1-2-3 start of this game for the Spiral K Bunnies. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. End of the first, no score on the bun.
Very different start to this game than game 1, which started with a very loud grand slam off the bat of Panzer Dave. He's going to lead off the second here. But 7 at-bats, just 1 infield single to show for it. So might we have something of a pitcher's duel here?
Iceman's been one of the solid pitchers for the Bunnies all season long. And Grounder picked up by Z-Man, fires over to first for the first out. Here's Tramp Royal batting 6, chases in the dirt. Grounder right past the pitcher, past the sliding Z. And Tramp Royale is on with a single. Captain with one away. This is going to be another base hit. And rounding first, heading to second. They're going to get him at second. Tramp Royale advancing to third, though, so a little bit of opportunity for the Mechanic Fives after Captain gets a single but thrown out at second.
Does advance the runner to third, though, and it'll be the 8th place hitter, Shock Ninja, coming up. That ball was hit well to the right center field gap, but a good relay by Smile Fires in to the second baseman, able to get the ball in quickly and cut down the runner, trying to stretch a single into a double.
8-4-6 on the putout for Captain, so we go to Shock Ninja. Shock Ninja, only a single to show for it. This down the line, but foul. Oh, that was close to scoring the first run of the game. Strike one. 0-2. Shock and popped it up. Angel is underneath it and throws it away after getting that third out. Side retired. So another.
I'm not sure that's how you want to, throw a ball to a fan at the end of an inning. Just overhand wing it into the crowd behind home plate. But I haven't played catcher in a while, so I can't really say.
Might be getting a warning from the home plate umpire for that. First of all, I do want to say hello to Bams. Thank you for the resub, and also thank you very much for that, which puts us now 2/5 of the way to playing that Fred Seed in Logic. Much appreciated, Bams. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much.
So, bottom of the second, we start off with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here with Shock, or rather Smile Fires. Finally busted out of a slump, and here's a rocket. And this, where was Snow Bear going?
Did Snow Bear have designs on trying to maybe play that off on the short hop?
Almost seemed that way. But nonetheless, that's back-to-back hits for Smile Fires, if you include the 9th inning effort back in the last game. Yeah.
A triple there to drive in a run, and followed by a double here, and another hit that's going to make its way to the wall.
Well, that's a replay of the Smile Fires hit from...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm already pre-scoring Sigil's RBI double.
Pop this up, first base side, and just beyond the reach of Silly Person. Pop this up, and underneath it will be Shock Ninja for the first out, so F4, score that on your scorecard. Here's Mr. Cab. Mr. Cab slams that down the right side, jammed foul. Mr. Cab did not play in the game earlier. Now 0-2 to Mr. Cab down the first base side, and not much can happen to move Smile Fires over, stuck at second. Now Z-Man trying to clean up. Z-Man pops this up. Kiki's underneath it and makes the catch, and they get the one hit on the board but leave Smile Fire stranded. So we've reached the end of 2. There's still no scorer. Could this be the pitcher's duel that you and I are looking for?
Quite possible. We've had 2 different approaches here. Iceman has allowed 3 hits so far, but has been able to space them out pretty well. Meanwhile, the only damage that Kiki has allowed was that ringing double off the bat of Smile Fires, who, if you're rooting for the Spiral Cave Bunnies, that's exactly who you're hoping will heat up. 2 extra base hits in their last 2 at-bats. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
So we have Kiki at bat here to start off the top of the third, and for the call, here is bbq.gov.
All right, thank you, Rick. We have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters coming up here in the top of the third. Kiki will be leading off. Takes a breaking ball inside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch coming from Iceman. Tried the outside corner and just missed with a breaking ball. So 2-0 to the number 9 hitter. There's a strike with a breaking ball. You could hear the break on that one. 2-1. Fastball inside corner, strike 2. Kiki waiting patiently as Iceman delivers. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss at an inside breaking ball, strike 3. That's strikeout number 1. And swinging at the first pitch is Snowbear and lining out hard to the third baseman, Mr. Cab, for out number 2.
Yeah, nice reflex right there from Mr. Cab.
Yarn Dragon Tracy up now with 2 out, nobody on. Pulls an outside pitch down the right field line, just foul past first base. 1-1 the count. Pitch from Iceman is a breaking ball outside for ball 2. Another ball outside, 3-1 now. Tracy really crowding the plate here. The 3-1 pitch, backs off and lines one down the right field line. That's a fair ball. That will get up against the wall. That's probable extra bases for Tracy. She's rounding first, headed to second. The relay throw comes into second base. That's a ringing 2-out double for Yarn Dragon Tracy. Ground ball here off the bat of Aldog to third base. A running throw across is able to retire Aldog and retire the side here. So 1 extra base hit allowed here by Iceman in the third, but nothing across. We're through 2.5 here in game 2 of this triple header. No score.
And that was actually a very big 5-3 put out to get rid of Aldog, because they've had some issues with these infield hits against Aldog this game. In fact, Aldog narrowly was going to beat that out.
Yeah, Aldog has 2 infield singles the past 2 games, so definitely capable of doing that. But a good defensive play, ranging to their left by Mr. Cab, who, as you mentioned, did not play in game 1. Malchior was in at third base, but given this is a triple header, you want to try and get as many people into the game as you can.
Especially since this is the ending of the season.
Absolutely. First pitch swinging by Angel of Sin here to lead off the bottom of the third for the Spiral Cave Bunnies. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. Angel, Iceman, and Night Shifter. That's a breaking ball outside from Kiki. 1-1. He sets up on the outside of the rubber, and that ball is a line drive down the line, but a diving stop by Silly Person, and quickly scrambles to the bag for the out.
Wow. Silly
Very well done to preserve the first out of the inning.
Silly really laid it out on the line at that point.
Absolutely. That was ticketed for right field and ticketed for extra bases. Meanwhile, Iceman on a 1-0 pitch pops this up. Second baseman Shock Ninja settles under it for out number 2.
We're not going to even talk about that
top
throw.
Of the order we go. Yeah, back to the top of the order we go for Night Shifter, swinging at the first pitch and blooping this one into shallow center field. Shock Ninja's out chasing it, but the center fielder, Snow Bear, settles under it. Side retired. 1, 2, 3. Go the Bunnies. And through 3 innings, it's still no score. As we've got a...
They got back out there. Well, they started this inning fast.
Yeah, that's a quick pitch there by the pitcher there, but Silly was ready for it and drilled one down the right field line for a leadoff double. First pitch swinging by Silly Person. 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up here for the Mechanic Fives, trying to get that offense kicked back into gear. They scored 8 runs in the first game, but 4 of those were in one at-bat off the bat of Panzer Dave, a grand slam in the first inning. Dave swinging here and popping one up to shallow right field. BBQ.biz settles under it and makes the catch for out number 1 and holds the runner at second. Tramp Royale, who singled to center in the first inning, takes the ball outside. 1-0 pitch swinging and hit to second. Nice defensive play there by the second baseman, Z-Man, to grab it, get it over quickly to second base, and hold the runner at second.
You could see Z-Man just stretching hard to keep that from going out to the outfield, and that helped preserve the run, because I think silly person could have run that one home had that gotten to the outfield. So a huge stop from Z-Man, and I think we'll have the replay coming up right here. Look at that grab.
Yeah, stuck the glove out. If Z-Man doesn't get a glove on that, that is ticketed to right. That's headed for the gap. That's probably going to hit the wall in the extra bases. Here's Captain now, swinging at the first pitch, in on the hands, and lines that down the left field line softly for strike one. 2 outs, runner on second. That's a breaking ball inside from Iceman. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Another soft line drive on an inside pitch by Captain. It's now 1-2. Iceman sets and delivers. That is a breaking ball outside. Velocity seeming to dip here a little bit for Iceman. Let's see if that's ball 3 inside. Tried the inside corner. Tried to cross up Captain. So now it's a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs, and that is going to be ball 4.
That's going to do it for Iceman as the pitching coach coming on out. We'll see who they come out with. Looks like it's Titan who will be coming out of the bullpen for the Spiral Cave Bunnies. So this call to the bullpen. Who's the sponsored by today?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. We've had so many sponsors. The sponsor for the bullpen, I think, is going to be brought to you by Sunscreen. Are you sitting outside watching baseball? Are you sitting outside not watching baseball? Are you completely covered and protected from the sun? Well, why the heck not? What are you doing? Knock it off. If you're gonna show your arms and legs and neck and the top of your head and your face and other random body parts, put some sunscreen on.
I'm afraid about those random body parts.
That's right. Sunscreen, available where most medicinal applications are sold. All right, swing and a miss on the first pitch from Titan by Shock Ninja. Titan throwing from the left side against the left-handed batting 8th base hitter Shock Ninja. A well-placed strike 2. As this ball is chopped. A seeing eye signal through the right side. That is going to roll to right field. Here comes a throw into the plate. It's going to be a close play, but that's going to score a run. The Shock Ninja didn't hit it hard, but hit it in exactly the right spot. That allowed Silly Person to score all the way from second and allowed Captain to move from first to third. That's our first run on the board on the side of the Mechanic Fives. It's 1-0, just like that. One couple of pitches in, and now the pitcher spots up. Rick?
Yeah, and that pitch, that run's going to get charged to Iceman. Also responsible for the batter the runner that is currently at third.
Swinging first pitch by Kiki. It's a one-hopper to shortstop, flips over to second. That will end the inning, but the damage was done. 1 run across on 2 hits and a walk. We're through 3.5 innings here on the bun. It is the Mechanic Fives 1, Spiral Cave Bunnies nothing. That will close the book, by the way, on Iceman. Iceman went 3 2/3 today after pitching 1/3 of an inning in game 1. Allowed 5 hits. Allowed just the 1 run that came in on Shock Ninja's RBI single. 1 walk, 1 strikeout as well to go with that. Saw how many hitters? 16 hitters through the course of 3 2/3 innings, and hands the ball over to Titan. As we head here to the bottom of the 4th with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Spiral Cave Bunnies. Just who you want to try to kickstart your offense, I would think here, Rick.
That includes Smile Fires, who has the lone hit right now for the Spiral Cave Bunnies. So starting off with Moonrisen Phoenix.
Looks at a breaking ball outside. Kiki with a sidearms / 3/4 delivery from the right side. Moonrisen Phoenix also batting from the right side. Takes inside for ball 2. 2-0 pitches slapped hard, but right at the first baseman, Silly Person. 1 hop, snag, and runs to the bag for out number 1. Ground ball here on the first pitch to the third baseman. That's Tramp Royale, who fires across the diamond for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the team's hottest hitter, Smile Fires, who looks at a fastball outside for ball 1. That's a fastball right there that breaks over the heart of the plate. Strike 1. 1-1 pitch coming here from Kiki with 2 outs in the 4th. It's a breaking ball that breaks a little too far inside, but backs Smile Fires off the plate. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Smile Fire swings and lifts a fly ball to center field. It's fairly deep. That's going to push Snow Bear back to the edge of the track, where they are able to make the catch for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3, nothing across. But Smile Fires gave that one a ride just to the deepest part of the park. And as a result, we're through 4 with the score. The Mechanic 5's 1, Spiral Cave Bunnies nothing.
Top of the lineup coming up here for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s.
Yeah, and here to bring you the exciting action here, starting in the top of the 5th, is my broadcast partner, Adirondack Rick. Rick, take it away.
Thank you very much for that there, BBQ. We got Snow Bear at bat here as we start things off in the top of the 5th. He pops it up, and running into it is you.
Running is a bit of a stretch, but
how out of wind are you for that?
Very. I'm surprised I can talk right now.
Yarn Dragon Tracy going foul on the first pitch, had the double back in the 3rd inning. Titan delivers, popped up by Tracy. First base side, Sigil underneath it for out number 2. So an F9, F3, now All Dog at bat. And this hit down the left field line, that's going to go out of here. Goodbye.
Well, Aldog showed us the wheels in Game 1 and in the first at-bat of Game 2, but that's a solid reminder that Aldog has power. That's his league-leading 8th home run of the year, and that extends the lead from 1-0 to 2-0. But just as soon as I say that, Silly Person hits a bullet right to the third baseman, Mr. Cab, to end the inning.
So they get the 1 run on the 1 hit. Nobody left on base. And we've reached the middle of the 5th. It is 2-0 in favor of the Adirondack Mechanic 5s. Fun. Trying to get to 12 wins to make it a winner-takes-all final game of the regular season coming up here next. Sigil will get things going for the home 5th. Flew out to second base side in the 2nd inning. Kiki's velocity dropping off. This hit to Shock fires to first for the out, so in 4-3 put out. Mr. Cab hit one to Silly Person for the 3 unassisted. This popped up and it's gonna fall in for a single. Mr. Cab trying to make it 2 and does. And that's going to do it for Kiki's day. So Kiki is out. Lenofist will take the mound here in the bottom of the 5th. Mr. Cab with the double. That's a huge double.
Very important double. Kiki had been allowed. That was only the 2nd hit that Kiki's allowed. However, after going 4 1/3, it was very obvious that the velocity was dropping. And as a result, it made all sorts of sense to if you're looking to protect a 2-0 lead here. It's a slim lead. This is not like Game 1 where you were up at 1.7-0. You get a runner in scoring position. If you are the Mechanic 5, you're looking to force a deciding game here in Game 3. So you're taking no chances at this point.
Z-Man pops us up. It will go foul. So. Do this again.
Yeah, the benefit of Onichu in Game 1, going 8+ innings, allowed the Mechanic 5s to only have to use one relief pitcher for 1 inning. And as a result, that fell in. I'm surprised by that, Rick.
Barely fell in as it just got beyond the reach of Yarn Dragon Tracy. You don't question how, you just accept it.
It looks like a bullet in the scorebook. That I have down single to left. There's no room in the scorebook to say it was a looping line drive that could have been caught. But it's a single nonetheless, and now there's 2 runners on with 1 out.
I mean, you could put that in the scorebook. However, you have to pretty much squint the language on there. Let's take a look how close this was.
Okay.
Very close. Angel of Sin yet to get the first hit of the night. A hit here would be very big to have. On the right side, and that's unfortunately not how you want it to go because that's going to double it up.
Yeah, unfortunately we saw this in game 1, I believe in the 7th inning, 8th inning. No, it was the bottom of the 6th inning. Something very similar happened here. A ball, first and second, ball ripped to first, right on the bag. The first baseman's a silly person. It's the same first baseman both times. Touch the bag, and then you've got that runner on first hung out to dry. Nowhere to go. Can't go back to the bag. Can't really go to second. So a bit of unfortunate luck there for the Spiral Cave Bunnies, but they were able to get 2 hits across. And they were able to knock the starting pitcher, Kiki, out of the game.
Yeah, but you really would like to see a little bit reward out of what just happened. Especially now that you got to deal with Panzer Dave here to start off the top of the 6th. Panzer Dave so far 0 for 2 today, but what Panzer Dave did both Friday and throughout the season, but that's a 6-3 put out for Dave. So Dave now 0 for 3. Trap Royal flying out to you. So that's out number 2. And now we have Captain. Popped it up. Smile Fire's direction. Smile Fires gets underneath it for out number 3. So I hope you enjoy very fast innings.
About 3 pitches, 3 outs. That's about as fast as you can do it. And if you're Titan, if you're rooting for the Bunnies, 1, 2, 3 innings, exactly what you needed. Get your offense back up there. Try and string some hits together.
So we reached the bottom of the 6th, starting off with the pitcher spot. So Titan is coming up to bat here. Leno Fisk gets ready to deliver. Wings at the first offering, strike 1, 0-1. And grounder, first base side, and silly person's going to do it all himself at 3 unassisted. Night Shifter crushes this, and it's gonna go foul.
Hit that one a country mile, but just pulled it just a little bit, just on the other side of the right field foul pole.
And Night Shifter wishes they had that one back. Looks at 2 straight balls, now looking at a 2-1. Really would love to get that big hit here. It's just down left field line. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be more than just a base hit as it goes back to the wall. Rounding first, heading to second. Night Shifter on with their first hit of the evening. A double back to the wall.
And Night Shifter was one of the few offensive bright spots for the Spiral Cave Bunnies in game number 1. Blew out in the first inning, but then a double, a triple, and a single. Just a home run short of the cycle, and getting the bat hot here in game 2.
Here's Moonris and Phoenix, so for 2 on the second game, and that is going to be scooped up and fired to first for the second out, and not much that Night Shifter could do there. Here's you, and you foul it left field side. Edge of the plate, strike 2, 0-2.
I'm tapping my helmet there. I don't think that was a strike.
Popped it up. Yarn Dragon Tracy underneath it makes the catch. Side retired. I think the official denied your tapping of the helmet.
That's all right. I'm not a, technology. What does it know?
No runs, 1 hit. 1 left on base. End of the 6th, 2-0 Adirondack Mechanic Vibes here on the Bun. A very interesting game so far here as we get ready to head to the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, no, this is significantly tighter than game 1 was. As I mentioned, by the time the end of the 5th inning got around, it was 7-0 in favor of the Mechanic Fives. This is a much more tightly pitched affair, both managers acting like it, not letting their starters stay in to get roughed up. Iceman only lasted 3 2/3. Kiki only lasted 4 1/3. So it's the end of the season. Teams are very willing to go to their bullpens.
And for the call of the 7th, as we start off with strike, is BBQ.
All right, thank you, Rick. 8, 9, and 1 hitters here. Shock Ninja looks at that same pitch and likes it drift outside for a ball. 1-1. Pitch from Titan. Same pitch again, but drifts outside. 2-1 count now. Now Titan moves to the far side of the rubber. Hit to second, 2-hopper, picked up there by Z-Man for out number 1. So bring up Lenofis, who entered the game in the 5th inning as a relief pitcher, swings at the first pitch and pops this one up to shallow left field. In comes Moonrisen Phoenix, who settles under it and records out number 2. Back to the top of the order in Snowbear. Snowbear 0 for 3 today, looks at a well-placed breaking ball in the inside corner for strike 1. Left-hander rocks and fires. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. Really doing a good job locating pitches. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ripped to third base by Snowbear, but right at the third baseman, Mr. Cab, who records a line drive out for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for the Mechanic Fives. It's time to stretch. We're reaching the bottom of the 7th here. The score, the Mechanic Fives 2, the Bunnies 0. Here on the Bun.
That's a good stretch right there. That's back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, by the way.
That is. Since allowing the home run to Aldog in the 5th inning, that's 7 in a row now, sat down by Titan. So Titan really righting the ship here. Titan did a good job eating innings in game number 1. Came in and pitched 4 2/3. 8 innings in yesterday's game, or in Friday's game. Or no, yesterday's game, when Fred started. 8-5 innings there. So Titan really the MVP of the pitching staff right now. Just eating innings, making it easier for the rest of the staff, and trying to keep his team in the game.
So we're going to start off the bottom of the 7th inning after the stretch with Smile Fires. Smile Fires hit one deep to center last time up. Had a double back in the 2nd inning. 2-0, still a close game.
Very much so. So Leno has to be careful here, and that's why Smile Fires rips one to right field, but well foul. 4, 5, and 6 hitters here up, middle of the order for the Bunnies. That's a breaking ball that drifts outside for ball 1. 1-1 pitch incoming from Leno, and Smile Fires looks at a strike on the outer half, strike 2. Leno sets up now. Overhand motion and delivers. Smile Fires swings and lifts one to the right center field gap. That has a chance, and that one's going to get out of here. So Smile Fires showing signs of life at the end of game 1 with an extra base hit and then a double to lead off the 2nd inning, and now a home run here to cut the deficit in half. Solo home run makes it 2-1 in favor of the Mechanic Fives.
And that puts Smile Fires back tied with Aldog on the home run list.
That's right. But that's his 8th home run of the season. So this home run race as well may come down to the final game. This ball is lifted to the right center field gap by Sigil. That's going to one-hop the wall. Sigil rounding first on the way to second. The relay throw comes into the second baseman, but just like that, we have back-to-back hits and the tying run 180 feet away. But a first pitch swing by Mr. Cab goes right to the first baseman, Silly Person, to record out number 1. Here's a look at the replay on that. That pitch was well outside, but Mr. Cab saw an opportunity to try to pull the ball, try to advance that runner to third, but unfortunately it hit a little bit too hard and right at the first baseman. This ball's pulled off the bat of Z-Man down the right field line. That is a fair ball, and that's going to rattle up against the wall. That will score a run. Panzer Dave makes his way over to retrieve the ball, throws it right into second, but just like that, it's an RBI double for Z-Man, and we're tied. As we get a look at the replay here, that ball was perfectly placed down the right field line. Nothing that silly person could do to get it. It was over his head at first, and Dave could just watch it nestle up snugly against the right field wall. And we're tied at 2, Rick.
Yep, and that also chases Lenifus from the game as Mike is a fighter coming in relief.
Okay, so that is, I'm doing the math here, that is 2 full innings recorded by Mike as a fighter. Got the 3 unassisted double play off the bat.
Lenifus.
Lenifus, I'm sorry. So 2 innings there, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, and is responsible for that runner on second in the form of Z-Man. But we have a brand new ball game, Rick.
Yes, we do. And Angel of Sin wanted to keep this going.
1 hopper to first, and just like that, another ground ball to silly person to record out number 2. And here's Titan in the 9 spot. They're going to let Titan hit for himself, and he chops a ball to the first baseman silly person, who's able to snag it, run to the bag, and end the inning. But not before the Spiral Cave Bunnies score 2 all-important runs on a solo home run by Smilefires and doubles by Sigil and Z-Man. The score after 7 innings, Mechanic 5's 2, the Spiral Cave Bunnies 2, here on the Bun.
And this is extremely important to keep Titan in the game. Titan has retired the last 7 straight batters.
Titan has looked very good so far. Titan's been asked to do a lot on the mound. Pitched a lot of innings, saved the bullpen, and been able to do exactly that. And you're doing that for exactly this scenario, to where you can get things tied back up. Yarn Dragon Tracy cuts and misses an outside fastball for strike 1. Fastball on the outside corner, that's a called strike 2. 0-2 to Yarn Dragon Tracy, leading off the top of the 8th here.
Oh!
So 2 pitches hit well to right field. That's getting down the line. If it stays fair, it's gone. It is, and it's gone. Yarn Dragon Tracy continues her hot hitting with a solo home run to lead off the top of the 8th and reclaim that lead for the Mechanic 5s right away. We get a look at this pitch. An 0-2 pitch that caught a little bit too much of the plate, and Yarn Dragon Tracy was able to open the hips and really get around on it and drive it down the right field line without pulling it foul. So,
and that's tough because your lineup in the last half inning just tied this game back up for you. And now, here is 8th inning, and the Adirondack Mechanic 5s have retaken the lead.
That's tough work. You've asked a lot of Titan. There's an outside strike on the outside corner, a fastball to Aldog. Backs that up with a breaking ball for strike 2. Again, 0-2 on Aldog. Can Titan finish the at-bat? No, Aldog rips a line drive down the left field line. That is retrieved quickly, however, by Moonrisen Phoenix, and is able to hold Aldog to a very long and loud single. And that's going to do it for Titan. So, and into the game comes the one and only Fred, who we saw in the 9th inning of Game 1. Being asked to come in here with nobody out in the top of the 8th inning with 1 runner on and silly person coming up. But let's see how, doing the math here, Titan went 3 1/3 innings, and did very well, gave up the 2 home runs. But other than that, 4 hits, 2 runs, is responsible for that runner on first, in the form of Aldog. But, Titan's been asked to pitch a lot. There's a chopper to first, fielded smartly by Sigil, is able to get the runner, is able to get the batter, and then keep that runner on first. Here's Panzer Dave, who lines line drive down the right field line foul. Dave is 0 for 3 today, 3 for 8 today. Make that 3 for 9, as that is chopped to first. And once again, 3 unassisted for out number 2. Excuse me. Swinging at the first pitch is Tramp Royale, and again, hits it right to the first baseman, Sigil. So Sigil very busy here in the top of the 8th. All 3 outs recorded at first base, but 1 run comes across in the form of a Yarn Dragon Tracy home run. The Mechanic Fives have retaken the lead 3-2 here on the bun.
Yeah, that Yarn Dragon Tracy home run, absolutely huge.
Yeah, that really flipped the tide. You could really sense that the Spiral Cave Bunnies were getting their momentum back. But, all it takes is one swing, and on an 0-2 pitch to boot. Titan had been hitting the corners very well, but just one pitch that caught a little bit too much of the plate gave the lead right back to the Mechanic Five. That closes the book on Titan, by the way. 3 1/3 innings, 2 runs allowed on 4 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. Can you combine that with the 4 2/3 that Titan worked in game number 1? That's a combined 8 innings. 4 runs given up in 8 innings from your long relievers, not bad when you combine it with Friday's effort, or Saturday's effort, excuse me. That's 13 innings of giving up 5 runs. That's about all you can ask from your long reliever. There's a ball chopped off the bat, a night shifter to short, throw across for out number 1. That'll bring up Moonrisen Phoenix. 0 for 3 today, 2 for 7 on the day. This ball is hit sharply, 1 hop to the third baseman. That is Tramp Royale. Fires across for out number 2. Here's bbq.org, swinging at the first pitch and hits a slow roller to shortstop, scooped up by Captain, throws across for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning here in the 8th. Not what you're looking to see if you're the Spiral Cave Bunnies. You're still down 3-2 to the Mechanic Fives as we head to the 9th inning. Rick, we've got a bit of a nail-biter here.
Yes, this is the kind of game that you want to grab the salty beverage and get ready to cheer your favorite team to victory.
What can we say about salty beverages, Rick, that hasn't already been said?
I know, we've been shouting the praise for salty beverage all season long. As we reach the top of the 9th inning, the Adirondack Mechanic Fives hoping to win this game. And if they do, we will be at 12-12 for both of these teams. How about that?
Well, you wanted drama for the last game of the season, and that's exactly what you got.
And Captain can't beat the throw and is retired on the 5-3 putout. So here's Shock Ninja. Shock Ninja 1 for 3 today. Had an RBI back in the 4th inning that scored Silly Person. As Fred delivers and looks to get Shock to pop up, right center. BBQ'd Biz is underneath it for out number 2. Mike is the fighter, swings and misses at the first pitch. Or is that BBQ.edu?
Oh, no, I'm not smart enough to be an EDU.
You just gotta learn how to teach. I
appreciate the question.
You just gotta learn how to teach the people the ways of the barbecue.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
Okay. Pop up, shortstop, and that is out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. Excuse me. Bottom of the 9th coming up next on the bun.
Yeah, so we haven't had a whole lot of close games lately, so might be a little bit allergic. Haven't been exposed to it in a while, but we've got a 1-run game here. We've got a nail biter. The bottom of the 9th here, 4, 5, and 6 headers due up for the Spiral Cave Bunnies, and well, look who it is leading off the bottom of the 9th for the Bunnies. It's Smile Fires. All he's done today is go 2 for 3, a ringing double to right center field in the 2nd inning, and then a bomb of a home run to lead off the 7th. That was the impetus to get the bullpen up on the Mechanic 5 side. So exactly who you want to see if you're rooting for the Buns.
And crushed down, that's going to be a base hit going back to the wall. Smile Fires rounding first is going to head over to second with a stand-up double to lead things off here for the home 9th. Here is Sigil. Sigil hit a double last time up. This would be a huge place to hit another double.
Yeah, but at minimum, what you're looking for here from Sigil is a left-handed batter. You want to get a ball to the right side. As we look at the replay here of the drive by Sigil, Rocket gets right past Dave and rolls to the wall. Got past the second baseman, got past the right fielder. But if you're Sigil, you want to advance that runner to third base with less than 2 outs here.
Inside, Mike does not want to deal with Sigil crowding the plate, so inside 1-0. Down, that's going to be a base hit. Back to the wall, as Smilefire's rounding third is going to head home to tie this game up. And that's a huge double for Sigil, who ties this game up at 3-3.
Well, 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 what a perfect time for the Spiral Cave Bunnies bats to come alive. Ninth inning in a one-run game. As we look at the replay here of the Sigil at-bat, that first pitch to back Sigil off the plate really didn't do much, and that pitch was left right over the middle of the plate, and Sigil was able to get barrel on ball and drive that to the wall. And now the real situational hitting becomes important for Mr. Cab here coming up next. Runner on second, nobody out, tie game. You want to get that runner over to third if you can. Of course, you'd like to crush a ball out of here to win, but more than anything, you want to get that runner over to third base.
Hit over to Shock, so over to first, and that is out number 1 of the inning, so 4-3 put out.
Yeah, that was unfortunately hit a little too well. It was hit right at the second baseman on kind of one hop. Did not really allow Sigil the opportunity to move to third there. The second baseman was able to look the runner back.
D-Man, who's had a double last time up, also a single, hits this pretty well. This is going back to the wall, rounding third, heading home. That is Sigil. The winning run has come home. The Spiral Cave Bunnies have won it.
Wow, what a finish here for the Spiral Cave Bunnies, and what a way to secure your much-needed 13th win of the season, guaranteeing you the league championship.
13th win for the Spiral Cave Bunnies. Huge game. We're going to put Smilefires as the difference maker of the game. 2 runs scored, 1 on the home run, 2 doubles. But also credit that pitching, especially Titan.
Yeah, Titan really the unsung hero of the pitching staff, as we talked about a little bit earlier. Fred picks up the win here with 2 clean innings of work, clean 8th and clean 9th. But Titan, in the past 3 games, has pitched, I believe, what did I say? 4 2/3, yeah, 13 innings in 3 games over the course of 48 hours. So Titan may not need just a bag of ice on the elbow. He may need to just, sleep in an ice bath tonight, because put in a ton of work to really help the starting pitching out and kept the team in the game, which is all you can ask of your long reliever. Keep the team in the game long enough for the bats to wake up, and that's exactly what happened. That middle of the order, the 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters were the big heroes today for the Bunnies.
And just when you thought, okay, the game got tied, and you thought maybe, just maybe, the Mechanic Fives were going to take away this game, then came the walk-off for the Spiral Cave Bunnies, and that is the first walk-off that they've had this season.
And what a time to pull that out of the bag, wasn't it? The bats had looked so quiet most of the day. What really seemed to wake things up for the Bunnies today was Smilefire's solo home run in the 7th inning, leading off the 7th. That was hit well, and that really seemed to get things going. Sigil, after that, had 2 doubles. Z-Man, after that, had 2 doubles and drove in 2 runs. Went 3 for 4 on the day. So, 9 out of 10 wins in the past 10 games for the Mechanic Fives, but the Spiral Cave Bunnies come back and steal one here tonight. And with that 13th win, the Spiral Cave Bunnies are your season champions.
1 game left to the season. An incredible night of baseball. And it's just going to be one final blast to see how this season is going to come to an end. So that will be coming up next here on The Bun. BBQ, thank you so much for...
You bet, Rick. Anytime. This was a ton of fun. Thanks for having me. We saw some great baseball today. Lots of hitting, lots of pitching, some interesting fielding decisions. But at the end of the day, we saw a league champion crowned, which is great.
Final game of the regular season next on The Bun.